Hey brother, Stuart Matola, men's relationship coach. Hope you're having a great day. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about the one thing she does that drives you crazy and how to stop it. But before I reveal that one thing, I'm curious if you would take a second and think about right now, what is that one thing that your partner or wife does that drives you crazy? Okay, so take a moment and think about that. And I'm curious how that lines up with what I'm about to say, because there's probably a pretty good chance that what I'm going to speak to you about is basically the unconscious mechanism that's driving the thing that is making you crazy. So hang on this video. I'm going to give you some tools and tips on how to stop that one thing that drives you crazy and how to put you in a better relational dynamic. So please comment below. Take a pause if you need to. Pause this video and ask yourself, what is it that drives me crazy about it? That she does. So now I'm going to give you a few examples first before I reveal what this is. And you'll see it embedded in statements like, well, honey, if you don't take out the trash on the right night, how can I trust you? Or it's something like, I'm not in the mood for sex. And then maybe the next night it's like, well, I might be in the mood for sex if you did A, B, or C, whatever that is. Or she says something like, I don't feel like you're on my team. I don't feel like you're emotionally available to me. Okay, so embedded in those statements, especially the or statements and the one about the trash and I could trust you if, okay, she's trying to make you do something different or have you be a different person. She's trying to get an outcome. She's trying to get you to be what she wants you to be. And that's called, simply put, manipulation. Okay. So when she says, you're not on my team, I don't feel like you're on my team, she's trying to get inside of you to manipulate you so that you become like a good boy and you just do whatever mama wants, etc., etc. Now, it may not be that extreme, okay? But it may be specific to, tasks that she wants you to do more of or the kind of guy she wants you to be. Now, the way that you know it's manipulation is you see through it. It's like, does she have an agenda here? Is she trying to get me to do something or be something without, and this is the key part, directly requesting it, directly asking? That is the opposite of manipulation. But women often don't do that because that's much more vulnerable, okay? What would that look like in the trash scenario? In an unskillful way, it would look like, hey, the trash is important. Please make sure it goes out on Tuesdays. Okay. More skillful would be, sweetie, when the trash doesn't go out on the proper night, it builds up, and then we have 2 weeks of trash, and then, we have challenges. So can you see how it's important for the trash to go out on the proper night? And that's important to me. You know how important order is to me. So in that scenario, the second one, she is setting herself up for the risk of you disputing her and saying, oh, it's no big deal, blah, 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 blah. But if she's in her power, she's going to say, listen, I need you to just hear me. I don't need to argue with you about this. Okay. But often she's not. Okay. Why isn't she in her power? Well, she's a woman. She's been raised in a patriarchal society. Now, a lot of guys might be saying today, well, women have so much power, yada, yada, yada. Well, the reality is before 1974, she needed a man to sign for her for a loan or a credit card. So the reason I say that is, regardless of how old she is, there's a good chance she was raised by a woman who had that scenario of disempowerment, or a woman whose mother was. And as you know, that lineage just trickles down from generation to generation. So what I'm saying here is there's a historical legacy of women not being able to directly ask for what they want. And yes, some women go to the opposite side where they've taken it so far in extreme. They're harsh, they're critical, they're contemptuous. That's very different than being direct. But for pre-1974, women had to manipulate situations, circumstances, their husbands in order to get their needs met. And that behavior has carried forward with many, many women. So if you can see when she's trying to get you to be something or do something without directly asking, just call it out to yourself, manipulation. Your job now is to say, sweetie, I heard you say you want the trash to go out on a certain night, or you can't trust me. I honestly feel like that's a bit of an overstatement. There's many ways I show up in our family and in our house that are completely trustworthy. So I would appreciate if you separate those two topics. trusting me and taking out the trash. Now, if you want to tell me the importance of the trash and you know what that means to you, and just ask for it directly, I would be much more responsive. But please don't link those two, okay? It feels, manipulative. So call her out kindly, lovingly, relationally, not with anger or contemptuousness. Because the reality is, this is your opportunity to train her to not manipulate. And if you have been at her mercy, you have trained her to manipulate you. So I hope this was helpful, brother. Please leave comments below. If you dug this video, please check out links to my work below. Thanks so much for watching, and have a kick-ass day. Bye.